Welcome to the Dr. April Jasper Show, relevant conversations for business owners of today. We are grateful to have OcuSoft as a sponsor of our show. Since 1986, OcuSoft has served the community with a unique selection of proprietary brands, from dry eye care and protection with Retain line of artificial tears to eyelid hygiene with OcuSoft Lid Scrub eyelid cleansers essential for maintaining healthy eyes. Zoria Skincare from OcuSoft offers revolutionary products for people with sensitive skin and eyes. Thank you to OcuSoft for being the #1 doctor-recommended brand of eyelid cleansers and providing patients and doctors with products and supplies to continue to keep our eyes healthy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Dr. April Jasper Show. It is exciting to be back with you. It is 2026. I started out, by the way, recording with David, and I was using the wrong names and terms and years and everything. So now we're going to do it right.
Yeah.
It is 2026, and David and I were talking about it, and we realized that we last recorded an episode together a long time ago.
It's been, over a year, I think.
I think our last episode, David, we were talking about all of what you accomplished with the Ironman, which was when?
That was November of 24.
And it was a big deal. It still is something that we're both very proud of. I'm proud of you for having done it.
It was fun.
A lot of time. A lot of exercise.
Yeah. I've been kind of on a hiatus since, but
well, I think that's what people want to hear about.
Get back into it real soon.
So 2025 was a big year for us. And I think that a lot happened and a lot of stress, a lot of joy, a lot of challenge. And so we just wanted to share with you guys because I think sometimes people think that folks like us who are sharing our story, we only share the amazing parts. And we might think that nothing challenging ever comes up in our life. So,
I was ready. I was ready for 2025 to be over with. And I think I said it to many of our friends as we were traveling the country. I'm ready for 2026. A lot of stuff going on.
It was a lot. So let's start with
negotiating. Probably the beginning of the year was negotiating for the new office space of 25.
Yeah. So we've told everybody that we're moving.
Yeah.
So our office, the build out is actually just beginning. So this is the beginning of a big change for us. Mm-hmm. And we have been definitely through a lot of stress with it, but a lot of people have reached out to help, and we're just confident that God is going to keep us moving in the right direction with this, and soon.
Yeah, and we'll be posting some stuff. We're going to do some construction. What are we doing? Timeline? We'll do some construction timeline photos and maybe videos of the space and what's going on, and
so you can watch all the way through.
Yeah, that might be fun.
And maybe we'll keep our minds off the stressful part of it. So I think it's a good idea. Maybe we should, we'll take the camera and we'll go record an episode as long as there's air conditioning.
There is,
We can sit in the middle of the mess and record so that you guys can see what this looks like now. If you saw the space now, I think you all might be a little stressed with us. You'd be better understanding of what it's been like for the last...
it's been good, though.
The last year.
We'll get through it. We've got good crews helping us out.
So that was kind of the beginning stress. And then, we had some other challenges.
Yeah, my aunt, who is very dear to us and very close to us, she passed away on Easter of last year. And then my dad ended up having a few strokes the following week. So he's been down here from up north with us ever since. So it's been, almost 10 months that he's been down here with us.
It's almost Easter again.
And a home,
so
we're back.
It's been a year.
Yeah. And then our son got married last summer.
Yeah, so that was amazing.
And that was exciting and fun. And then
Alex, we're so glad you're part of our life.
Yes, absolutely.
And, he's in seminary and Alex is there with him, and they are just the best couple. We're so happy to have a fourth child, and even happier that I didn't have to give birth to her.
Yeah. 2 natural born and 2 in-laws.
They're amazing. And they're still living in Illinois.
Yeah.
But let's slow it down and tell them. So the stress of the business, the stress of the challenge of death in the family, and then David's dad having all of what he's had to go through and still has not made it back.
Which we're still we're still helping him through.
So we're still living through that, and he's amazing to be with. So we're just blessed that we get to spend so much time with him. if it hadn't happened here, it wouldn't have been the case that we'd been around to be able to be with him. So
That's right. Yeah.
we see him often and are hopefully a blessing to him. He's been a blessing to us and the family. So then Aiden got married.
Mid-July.
We went to Michigan for the wedding, and it was amazing. Then we come back home, and we'd been home a week. They were on their honeymoon, and we got a phone call a week into it.
A week into his honeymoon.
And he said, how did it go? He says, Mom,
Not feeling good.
I'm not feeling so good. We're driving from
Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon.
So they're in the car on their way.
In the middle of nowhere on Route 66, which is basically desert out there.
And that's the trip they wanted. So they were on the trip. They were ready to head. They were headed to the Grand Canyon. They stopped for, was it breakfast or lunch? I can't even
I think it was about
remember
lunchtime for them. Yeah.
And he calls us and says, I am having trouble breathing and chest pain. And so his mother, and his aunt, who's a primary care doctor, in all her wisdom, thought maybe he had bronchitis, because he actually had a cold during the wedding. Maybe he had bronchitis, maybe even pneumonia. So we start out with allergy medicine and inhalers. And I have to tell you, because it's comical now, and even a pain patch.
Yeah.
And he calls us back, 30 minutes later and says, how long is it supposed to take for this to work?
It wasn't much longer. Maybe an hour max, as they're still driving trying to get to the...
We're here at the house, and we're working on some stuff in our office and taking the calls, and just like, okay, this isn't sounding right. Tell me again what your symptoms are. So Kelly's listening to it. She's got her other doctor friends on the phone, and obviously my brother-in-law, her husband, and everybody's starting to think maybe there's something more going on. Mm-hmm. So meanwhile, David's looking for an urgent care that has an x-ray machine, because I'm still thinking pneumonia. Mm-hmm. And
we found one.
Place.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes. They were an hour and a half from Flagstaff, I think.
So we got them
to urgent care. They got into urgent care, checked in, x-rayed, and they were sitting in there. They called us, said, we're here, we're doing all this. And it was a doctor that was working there.
Right. And I think they hung up.
I think they're like, we got to talk. I think we heard her on the phone saying, we need to talk, and your lungs collapsed.
We're calling an ambulance.
We're calling an ambulance to get you to Flagstaff. So
the ambulance is on its way.
They had already called it.
And Alex, poor thing. So they have a rental car, and an ambulance is coming to get Aiden. She's got to drive the car to follow or get there before they do, because now they're on their way to the hospital. And they ended up at Flagstaff emergency room.
Yep.
And this is now, they're calling us, telling us it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening by the time this all takes place.
It's probably late for them. It's probably 8, 9 o'clock for them, because it's like 5 here.
Right. So by this time, you guys are looking up flights.
So now, Allie and I are scrambling, just seeing if we can get anything to get out there to help them with whatever they need.
Many of you know that I teach a class called the Prevention of Medical Errors, which is a required course for all healthcare providers in Florida. And so I know a whole lot about all the things that can go wrong. And I use the story sometimes in my class now. But I knew that if it was okay with the kids, I wanted to get there as fast as I could, because we didn't know what was going on. We know nothing about why he would have a spontaneous pneumothorax.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up, as you would be online, trying to figure out what's going on. Mm-hmm. They're scared out of their minds and trying to figure out what they're going to do and what hospital to go to. And so we end up getting flights.
Yeah.
We actually took the train to Orlando.
Yeah, we had to get up to Orlando. There was nothing that night, so we ended up taking the train up to Orlando and got a flight early the next morning. We got to Orlando at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then we got at the airport, slept at the airport, and got a 6 a.m. flight, flew out to Phoenix, and we're in Flagstaff by 11 a.m. the next morning. So
walking in the hospital room, and within a half an hour, the first medical error almost occurred. And so we, honestly, long story, but basically he had a spontaneous pneumothorax, which when you look it up, you'll see that it is a small percentage of people that ever have this happen, but it is his body type. So tall, thin, young men. And it is because they develop blebs, big air pockets on the lung, that can then pop like a balloon. And when it does, the lung deflates and the air all goes into the cavity that the lung is in,
which causes the lung to many times deflate even more. So by the time he got to the hospital, his lung had deflated. They called it a 100% pneumothorax. And so they had to put a chest tube in, try to reinflate the lung. Then I think it was 3 days later, they eventually pulled the tube out. It wasn't until 3 days later that they let him go because it had reinflated.
And stayed inflated.
It
was a lot of testing.
He can't fly home.
Right. He can't fly home to Chicago from Flagstaff.
So 6 weeks, technically, they didn't want him in an airplane. So we didn't want to overstep, but we suggested that if they were willing, we would be happy to be their Uber drivers to get them back to Illinois. And so they said yes. And I can tell you that even through the stress of all that, all of us being so worried, not knowing what the future holds, we had the best time with Alex and Aiden in the car, 5 days.
5 days, yeah.
To get them home. And we were just honestly blessed that we were able to do that. I mean, if it would have happened 10 years ago, that would have been all those days out of the office for me and all that money we would have lost. But thankfully, the office has another doctor in it. A lot of the work we do is on the road anyway.
Right.
And so we were able to be in the car with them for that trip. And then we get them back to Chicago. We fly home. And what was it, 2 weeks later?
Right back to work after a week.
Yep. 3 weeks later, we get a call, and it was them saying that it happened again. And this time he's in the hospital, and they're going to do surgery. So we fly back out. We're there for the surgery, and then for them to go back home. And he made it through 2025, right? Without another episode? Was the next
so
one
that would have
2026?
Yeah, that would have been September. So he did pretty good up to that and was feeling good, I guess. And he followed his timeline and exercising and trying to stay active and while not doing too much.
Right. Got back to school. Ended up
was in school.
School year.
Yeah. Finished that semester at seminary. And then I guess the turn of the year, what was it, January?
Because they came here for Christmas.
Yeah, they were here for Christmas for a couple of weeks.
Went back home. It was just, a month ago that it happened again?
It was January.
January? Okay. Time goes by fast.
Yeah.
So 2026, the next happening. So that was 2025. And it was a definite challenge for all of us. And, we all were just praying for him and really watching as these newlyweds had to deal with things that no newlyweds typically have to deal with. So,
yeah. Totally new to all of us.
And of course, Allie and Kyle. Kyle is amazing in the office. He's doing such a great job and really transforming our practice.
Practice is doing great.
So we are just so blessed.
We have a great team over there.
And Allie is just pushing to get through all the academic part of optometry school and looking forward to clinicals. That is, I told her she was born for this, and we truly believe that, as she is so good with patients.
2 more years.
The best Jasper as far as patient care, I think. And now the new news is that the kids, Aiden and Alex, are coming home.
Right.
To West Palm.
Coming back to West Palm, yep.
They're going to continue seminary, and he's going back to FAU to get his medical physics degree. So they'll have a lot of work to do still, and that's okay because that's what it's all about. It's hard work.
That's right.
But it was a crazy year. It was a lot, and there's a lot more to talk about than that, but we just wanted to bring you guys up to date. There's a lot happening. One of the new things is that between myself and Dr. Katie Spear, we started a new website. So it is iDoc IQ and also a Facebook page. And we're really excited about it because we truly wanted to be those people that were out there bringing you, if you're an eye doctor and in the world of being an eye care provider, we wanted you to have access to information, tools, processes, articles, videos, all the things that have helped us to be successful in practice. We really wanted to bring that to you and have it be at no cost to you. So I hope if you're an eye doctor, you'll jump on. The website is going to have some stuff that's open to anyone, but really it's going to be very much for eye care providers because there's going to be stuff in there that we really want for them to have access to help grow their practice.
Right.
So that was part of last year. And
well, beginning of this year now too.
Yeah. And so it's just now to the point. Oh, and guess what? One of the things I think is really cool about it is that we have our own little AI process. I call her Olive, and she is our go-to digital assistant inside iDoc IQ.
Yep.
So you can go and you can ask Olive pretty much any question you want to ask about your business, your practice.
Yep.
And Olive will have an answer. And all of what she's been taught, boy, that sounded like I said her name again. All of what she, see?
Okay.
All of what she has been taught is stuff that we have fed her and taught her. And so we feel comfortable with the fact that she's going to give you good information that's real and true and no hallucinations.
Perfect.
Anything else in 2025 as we wrap up? Anything? I mean, I just want, David and I really want for all of you to be encouraged and know that you're not the only one that has challenges in life. We've been there. We've done this.
Yep.
And, you know, it's going to keep being that way. You're going to have challenges. So who do you rely on? For us, it's our faith. It's each other. It is our friends out there that have been there for us. And we are just grateful for the support for this podcast because we hope that this is another source of inspiration to you. So thank you to OcuSoft. Thank you to MacuHealth. Thank you to Tixel. And, you know, we really want you to know, Alcon, we appreciate you for being a part of this project and this podcast this year. So just a big thank you to our vendor sponsors. Please tell them when you guys see them how much that this podcast means to you so they know it's worth their while to continue to support us and helping us to be able to bring this to you.
Yeah, it helps.
What am I leaving out?
I think we covered 25. It's we're doing pretty good.
It doesn't sound like much in 15 minutes, but boy, oh boy.
Boy, was it a year.
It was a year and it was a lot.
Every day, every night.
Cut my hair short again because the stress of life really was starting to get to that part of me too.
And mine just gets whiter.
I love it. It looks great, baby. But that's also why we started out by saying you haven't been getting all the exercise in that you wanted to this year.
Yeah, we'll start back up. But with the new space construction, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
It's nonstop.
We get to travel a lot and we enjoy that because we get to do continuing education all over the country and hopefully we get to see you. And we hope to be able to, and the book has done well.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys. One time when I get a minute, I'll record a digital version of the book as well. But what's interesting is hopefully that even gets easier with time. Like if you go on the iDocIQ website, you'll see that all the articles, there's over 500 articles that we have created from a lot of my podcasts, but also from a lot of my education that I've done. So soon it'll be other people on it. But right now, what we've also done is made that all audio. So if you don't like to read or you just don't have time, you'll be able to listen to that too.
Those articles.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
We appreciate you so much. We thank you for listening. We are surprised that we didn't get more of David and April podcasts done last year, but we are on a mission to bring you into part of this new journey of building a new space.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be fun
that we go through. So thanks for being there.
Let's go 2026, right?
Yes.